Hello Aries, welcome to this reading. We're going to be taking a look at the career and financial energy for the sign of Aries for the month of October. Now do keep in mind that this is a general reading, so take the messages as they resonate, drop the ones that do not, and also check out your sun, moon, and rising signs. Let's see what we have here for you, Aries. Now I'm using the Rider-Waite Tarot as well as the Kipper Oracle deck. There are links to all of these decks in the description below if you'd like to pick them up for yourself. Do hope you're doing well. Hope things are going good for you. Make sure we're all set up and in view, and then we'll get right into it. Go ahead and take 3 of these Kipper cards. Aries, you have a really nice reading here. One of the better ones I've done. I'm about halfway through in these monthly readings, so definitely liking what is stacking up here for you so far in this, the first 5 cards. Of course, if this is your first time here, I always go through and, well, first welcome, but I always go through and clarify with more cards as we go up the pyramid. So it looks like right now for some of you, you have really outlasted or you've really come out of a situation where you felt like all hope was lost. Okay, you came out of that situation stronger than before. There was something in your life where all hope was lost in the past, and you somehow, some way dug yourself out of that hole, and now it feels like for you that you have the entire world in front of you. The world is your oyster. Now that you've gone through these struggles, these challenges, after you've overcome obstacles in life. And so, I definitely love what is showing up here for you, but let's just go ahead and dive into this a little bit more. So in the overall situation, you do have this 3 of Wands. 3 of Wands is about growth and expansion. On the horizon, this person's looking out to the ocean. You can't see here, but there are like boats sailing, and they're looking out and realizing that they have the entire ocean in front of them. The world is in the palm of their hands. The world is their oyster. And this is about getting fired up, getting excited about what the possibilities are in your life. Also, ready, set, go, right? You can see the flag here. I don't know if it's a flag. I've just been rolling with it. I'm pretty sure this is a flag, but I think about this idea of like ready, set, go type of energy. This is about growth and expansion and good movement in one's life. It is the first win in the suit of Wands, and so it sort of says that like small wins build up to big wins over time for you. So you definitely love to see the 3 of Wands. And do keep in mind, since we are looking at this career and finance situation for this month, Wands connects to the career, or it connects to work. And so, yeah. Now, in the past, you have this 5 of Pentacles and the Sun, right? So 5 of Pentacles is all about feeling left out in the cold. This is you were in like, I'm getting this, I know it's a strange image, but I have to describe it. It's like you were stuck in a ditch. Like there was like a hole that you got stuck in. You felt like you couldn't climb out, but guess what? Lo and behold, you climbed out of the ditch. You got out of the hole that you were in. And the reason being is because of the Sun card. Okay, the Sun is, for me, the best omen to find in a tarot reading. It is total positivity, happiness, and success. Victory, abundance, good vibes. You can also see the person here on the horse. They are fully expressing themselves. The Sun is a card of self-expression and connecting to that abundant joy that is available. The Sun can also refer to an important truth in one's life. Anything that is not true will be exposed by the ray of the Sun. That is the way to look at it, right? And so as we look at this, what could have been happening here in the past is some of you have maybe just gotten like totally unequivocally real with yourself, and you knew there were some changes that you had to make to get yourself out of the ditch here that I think is coming up in the 5 of Pentacles, and you did it. You dug yourself out of that situation, and you did it by connecting to the truth, Aries. You followed your true path. You did not try to move into inauthenticity, and instead you did the opposite. You were authentic. And that really has helped pay dividends for you. Now, in the future, you have the Queen of Swords as well as the Four of Wands here showing up. So the Queen of Swords and the Four of Wands is all about, well, let's just break these down. This is about a focus here for, well, okay, if I were to put them together, this is about a focus that you have towards your achievements in life. Focusing on achieving is what I would say would be the meaning of these two cards combined. Now, the Queen of Swords in and of itself is somebody who is extremely focused in their life. In fact, I like to call the Queen of Swords the assassin in the tarot, and I say that in a good way because they will go after whatever it is that they're working for or working on like an assassin would, right? Nobody is stopping the Queen of Swords. They are going for it. And this can connect to this idea of a deep focus. Now, the Four of Wands is about your foundations and your stability in life. It is a card of marriage, but we are looking at career and finance. So this is about your stability in life and the achievements that you want to have for yourself. And as the Queen of Swords is coming in with the Four of Wands, your primary focus is on your ability to get your needs met, as indicated by the Four of Wands, but also your ability to continue achieving great things in your life. I also think the Four of Wands can talk about a new start in life, because if you think about marriage, marriage is a new start for somebody or for two people, and so for some of you here, you're getting a new start as well, and this is the focus that you are kind of having in this moment. So let's go ahead and let's start to clarify the situation even more. So you have the Five of Swords, you have the Page of Swords, you have the Empress card, and you also have the Ten of Wands. All right, so yeah, the past was disappointing for some of you, or there were disappointments, there were losses, there were struggles here in the past, I do have to say, with the Five Swords and the Five Pentacles. Five Swords is like, the thing is, it does make total sense, because I talked about this like analogy of you digging yourself out of the ditch or out of the hole that you put yourself in, or for whatever reason you were in. And the thing is, the Five Swords is a loss, okay? It is a defeat. However, it's totally recoverable. When you get the Five Swords, it says that you are not out of the game. You are continuing to move forward. And for you, it's very apparent to me that there's been some sort of disappointing situation here. The Page of Swords represents disappointments, delays, setbacks, or it can be. This is paired here with the Sun, okay? And, I said at the beginning, and this is coming in to confirm, this is like a confirmation here happening. It doesn't matter to you because you figured it out, okay? Yes, you maybe have been dealt a challenging hand of cards here in your life in the past, but you didn't let that hold you, that didn't hold you back in any way, Aries. In fact, you probably got a lot stronger as a result of this. And in fact, I think that this helped you become extremely focused on what you want, because now you know what you don't want. Because whatever happened here in the past, you know that you don't want that. And so for you, you're extremely strong as a result of this situation. The Empress is all about abundance, okay? The Empress is all about abundance. It is harvests, right? I mean, the Empress is surrounded by all of this nature, all of the crops, the harvest, all of that. And really what the Empress says is that you can nurture something into your life as well at this time. It's not just about abundance, but it's about nurturing something, like a mother would nurture their children. This is the mother archetype. And so you can really nurture this new start, this ready, set, go energy here with the Three of Wands, and bring some good achievements in the future for you. You have the Ten of Wands, which is a burden. Ten of Wands feels like you're carrying the weight of the world on your back, or it feels like you are just kind of struggling to see the completion that you have created for yourself, because the 10 in tarot is a completion. And so you have closed something out, but you're struggling to understand, you're struggling to, even though there should be closure with the 10 of Wands, it's like there's still a bit of a struggle in that area, which I think is a totally normal thing. And so, yeah, let's go ahead and let's start to clarify with the oracle cards here. All right, so you have gift, privileged lady, and adjudication. So gift is all about, this can be, especially because we're looking at like financial situations, as this is a career and finance reading, gift can quite literally be like a gift of cash or some sort of small gift, some sort of small prize or something like this. However, this can also represent the gift that you have to share with the world, okay? This is associated with, you have this paired here with privileged lady and adjudication. It's like, for some of you, privileged lady is like a gossiper, potentially, in the tarot. It's somebody who lives a life of luxury. Privileged lady is somebody who lives a life of luxury. When negatively aspected, it is a gossiper. It's with the adjudication card, which can connect to like karma. And so for some of you, I would really avoid any gossipy energy. I actually think maybe some of you have dealt with a gossiper here in the past, and maybe this is the challenge that you've dealt with in the past. But I do think that some of you have pretty good karma in this month, primarily because I got this story about this like comeback story, this energy of you like digging yourself out of a challenging situation. Let's go and start to clarify the situation even more. Now, if you're enjoying this video so far, please do hit that like button and subscribe, as it really does help my channel grow in a big way. So you have the 8 of Swords, you have the 9 of Pentacles, and you have the 6 of Cups. All right, so the 8 of Swords, you've been locked up in this situation for some time here. As I've been talking about this whole thing in the past, about you going through it, right? Going through a rough patch, being in the ditch, trying to get yourself out of it. And this has taken up a lot of mental energy, which it sounds like that's totally normal, because it sounds like it was a very challenging situation. The thing about the 8 of Swords is this person has a way out. There is a solution available to them to get them out of this like blindfolded, restricted energy, but they have to dig within themselves to get the solution. And I think that you've done that here. Again, I've talked about how this is just confirmation after confirmation about you moving past something extremely challenging. And again, I think this is about your inner reserve and the inner strengths that you have. You have the 9 of Pentacles here, which is all about financial independence. It's all about you seeing something grow for the long haul, your financial situation really working out for you. This is about your focus on health and wealth in life. I think you are really putting it all together. The 9 of Pentacles is a card of luxury as well. You have this energy, like with the privileged lady and the 9 of Pentacles, this luxury energy. I think some of you can afford to enjoy yourself a little bit. Obviously, that has to be what your situation is, right? So like, I'm not telling you to be reckless with spending, but I'm saying like, I think some of you have really worked hard for what you have in your life. You have the 6 of Cups as well. The 6 of Cups talks about something from the past. I think there's something coming back in connected to this challenging situation that's coming in for review for you. And just know that you have learned the lessons and that you can handle any of the situations from the past that are coming in. You're ready to take this head on. You have the 2 of Swords, wow, and you also have the Knight of Pentacles here. All right, so 2 of Swords, yeah, I mean, it's just one thing after the other with this situation in the past. I mean, if you just look here, I mean, the Sun is bringing it together. The Sun says that you are, you're figuring it out, or you have figured it out, but like not without going through some really big challenges here. With this 2 of Swords, the 8 of Swords, I mean, all of the Swords energy with the 5 of Pentacles, you were in a deadlocked situation. You were in a challenging situation here. You got yourself out. You have this Knight of Pentacles. This is all about rewards. If you just see like the gradient of this reading, swords, pentacles, like things just seem to be looking up for you. Things just seem to be, the sun seems to be coming up for you here in the future. Because this other half, the second half of this reading is your future energy. And it seems like there are some nice results here for you. Yeah, at the top of the pyramid, happy new beginning showing up with the Ace of Cups, which is amazing after some conflicts here with the Five of Wands on the bottom that you have dealt with. So pretty incredible. Thank you so much for being here. If you enjoyed this, hit that like button, subscribe. Really appreciate this, your time, and I will see you in the next reading.